Let me tell you something. The narcissistic mother-in-law is a witch. I don't care if you believe it or not. Go on, truck, past, making so much noise. The narcissistic mother-in-law is a witch. Listen, from experience, I know this is the truth. I've seen the altar. I've seen all the stuff she does. I've seen the pictures of dead people she's got. Look, I don't know nothing about this stuff. Yeah, so I'm not gonna act like I know this. This is what this is what I have experienced. Yeah, I've had the narcissistic mother-in-law take my belongings or say, oh, can I borrow your bag? And then all of a sudden it goes missing. Or stuff like I've lived with the narcissistic mother-in-law before, and they go into your space, your room. They take stuff. They put spells and stuff on your stuff. Got to a point where I felt like the narcissistic mother-in-law was actually infiltrating my dreams. She was in my dreams. Why am I dreaming about you? There's so much other things in life to dream about. She was taking over my dreams. It sounds like, do you know what? When I hear this stuff online, I think, oh my God, this person's going crazy. When you hear people talking like about witchcraft stuff, like you think, oh my God, they're gone crazy, or oh my God, especially if you don't believe, if you're an atheist, let's just say, you're not going to believe in any of that. But trust me, yeah, the mum-in-law will steal your belongings and she will put witchcraft on you. It'll get to a point where you can't leave the knock, and it gets to a point where you can't even leave the mother-in-law. It'll get to a point where you can't stop thinking about the knock, and you can't stop thinking about the mother-in-law. Like, what is that? What is that? It got to a point one time I kept seeing this woman in my dreams. I went on a detox and I said to myself, no, maybe I'm eating some wrong food, maybe, I don't know what's going on. I felt like I was being attacked spiritually. And do you know what actually helped me get away from that? Is prayer. That's how I know this was actually witchcraft. I had to pray like constantly. Like I needed extra help. I needed more than one person to pray for me, to pray with me, for me to get out of that. I thought it was just, maybe she was just a narcissist and she was just gaslighting and projection and all these words that they like to use, but this was straight up witchcraft. And I got to a point, I had an argument with her. The last time I actually spoke to this woman, and I flipped. For 10 whole years that I was in that relationship with that narc, right? The mother, I hated me. I couldn't do nothing right. I would give her my last money and I still couldn't do nothing right. Okay? She didn't like my hair, I changed my hair, couldn't do nothing right. It didn't matter what I did or what I said, I was just not the one for him. I was just not good enough for him. When really and truly it's the other way around, trust me, it is. So I had an argument with her and I said, you're a narcissist. And she was like, you're the narcissist. And bearing in mind, this is the time when I just started finding out what an actual narcissist is. I didn't know nothing about the tactics they play or the games or all this stuff here. I didn't have a clue. All I knew was that I did like an assessment of, if I did an assessment, is this person a narcissist? And she ticked all the boxes. And from then I was like, that's it. So she pressed my buttons. She made me react. Okay? So it got to a point where I was like, I was shouting at her. And bear in mind, I have respect for older people. I have respect for everybody. Even if they disrespect me and they don't deserve respect, I just still respect people because that's just who I am. It got to a point where I said, F this. I'm done. I don't care. And bear in mind, I was still with the narcissist in a relationship with him at this time. So I blew my lid. I just saw red. I saw red and I said, you're a narcissist. And she laughed and said, no, you're the narcissist. As soon as I said to her, you're a witch, that's when all the guilt came on her face. It was the most scariest thing ever. She was like, oh, no, I'm not. Oh my God, what are you talking about? And she just looked so guilty. Like, I felt like when I called her a narcissist, she was like, oh, you're the narcissist, because she kind of knows. And she's just like, okay, whatever. I don't care. But as soon as I said she's a witch, that's it. She denied that like crazy. She said, how? I said, look, I've seen your room. I've seen your altar. I've seen all your crystals. She has crystals. Like, I know some people use of crystals and they don't use it for witchcraft. Okay, cool, I get it. But she is a witch. And it got to a point where belongings were missing. And when I said to her, I'm cutting you off, I'm done, I looked everywhere for this bag, right? Couldn't find it. And then when I left, a week after, they called me and said, oh, we found your bag, come and get it. I said, keep it. Keep it. Keep the bag. But then later on, I realised I should have got it. But the thing is, it's because I'm dealing with the witch and the narcissist. So the reason why I said no, I don't want the bag back, was because that was just a tactic for them to get me to come back and talk it over and come back into the circus. So, but then I didn't know that by me not coming back and picking up my belongings, she's going to put witchcraft on it. But then also, if I pick up the belongings to bring it home, what could have happened? So I think the best thing for me actually was to just give her the belongings. So if you think the narcissistic mother-in-law or anybody might be a witch or a wizard, and they tell you to come and get your belongings, just forget it. Just forget the belongings. You don't know what they've put on it, right? And the reason why I know this is because I was under spiritual attack, where I kept thinking about my ex's mum and his sister, and I was so engulfed in their life, and I was trying to stop, and I couldn't stop thinking about them and talking about them. It was like the most weirdest thing ever. And I started doing, searches on YouTube about spiritual attacks and all that kind of stuff. And when you're on YouTube, the videos, you get deeper and deeper and deeper. I got so deep, I ended up going and finding out like the witch community. And them teaching you how to make your man never leave you, how to make someone love you unconditionally. And imagine I'm seeing these crystals, and the mother-in-law's giving me one of these crystals, right? I've got another story time for you, actually. I'm going to bring another story time about what happened to the crystal that the witch mother-in-law gave me. So I went off topic there. So I started to find out all these things, and then I was watching the video, and they said pictures of people to do the spells, and what makes it stronger is their belongings. Even stuff like hair, nail clippings, all types of stuff. And I was spooked out. Like I just grabbed my Bible. I was like, oh my flipping God, what is going on right now? Because I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, are you serious? Is this actually real? This was real. And I'm looking in the comment section, and all the witches are like, yeah, it worked on my husband, and yeah, it worked on, and I'm thinking, no way, this cannot be truth. Like, they use your belongings to do witchcraft. If you suspect somebody is a witch, yeah, and you're thinking, don't believe in witches, don't believe in that, and don't believe in this and that, it's better to, say, it's better that you think that someone's a witch and they're not, right? And protect yourself, than just forget it, because it's deadly. And if you don't have God on your side, yeah, and if you don't pray and get these curses off you, and if you don't return these curses to sender, you'll be struggling for a long time, and you'll be thinking, what is going on with me, But that is my little story time, my little mini story time in my mother-in-law. The narcissistic mother-in-law is a witch, and she's doing witchcraft on your belongings. If you know anybody, or if you have experienced this, please, 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 please put it in the comment section below, because I need to know what is, like, if anyone's feeling the same thing, because I've definitely gone through this, and I need to know what other people are saying. Because if you go on YouTube, right, there's videos of, women and men who used to be witches, and they've turned their life around, and they have their whole testimony online. And I watch those videos, and I'm just like, this is actually real, right? Wow. Even one girl, I totally forgot her name, she was talking about how, she had no money, and then she started doing the sugar daddy thing, and then she started playing with tarot cards, and it got to a point where she got so deep in the darkness that she actually ended up nearly killing herself, like getting in a car crash. And this is not coincidence, this is not lies, it's not people making up stuff, this is not stuff to spook you out. This is just to make sure that you stay close to God, you keep your prayer life up. Look, I'm still working on it myself, so I'm not out here judging anybody, but just protect yourself, especially with this whole narcissistic thing, because you can get so lost in these videos and finding out about projection and gaslight and this, that and the other. Look, some of them are just straight up witches. Some of these people are straight up witches. They might not be narcissistic, but they're witches, they're toxic, and you need to stay far away, and you have to Make sure you get that prayer life up, and just protect yourself out here, guys. Anyway, that's what I've got to say for this video. I love you, and if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Please subscribe, guys. I've got some exciting things coming up, and I need you to stay tuned. Peace. Oh.